In a quiet little town, on the coziest windowsill of the coziest house, lived a cat named Oliver. Now, Oliver was no ordinary cat. He was the laziest feline in the entire neighborhood. While other cats chased mice, climbed trees, and explored rooftops, Oliver preferred to nap for hours, basking in the sun, dreaming of fish and warm blankets. One day, as Oliver lay curled up on his favorite cushion, his owner, Mrs. Thompson, placed a shiny new collar around his neck. It had a tiny bell that jingled whenever he moved. Oliver grumbled in protest. Moving was already a lot of work. Now he had to listen to a bell every time he stretched. Determined to stay as still as possible, Oliver continued his daily routine of doing nothing. But just as he was drifting into another nap, a loud clatter startled him awake. His favorite food bowl had fallen off the counter and rolled out the open door. Before Oliver could go back to sleep, a sudden gust of wind pushed the bowl even farther outside. Oliver's stomach rumbled. He really didn't want to move, but that bowl had his dinner in it. With a dramatic sigh, he slowly stretched his paws and hopped down from his spot. The bell on his collar jingled annoyingly. He stepped outside for the first time in weeks, sniffing the fresh air. The bowl had rolled down the front steps and into the garden. As Oliver padded towards it, a mischievous squirrel darted in, snatched a piece of kibble, and scurried away. Now, this was personal. Oliver, despite his lazy nature, found himself chasing the squirrel. Not too fast, of course, but fast enough. The chase led him through bushes, over a fence, and into the neighbor's yard, where a friendly dog wagged his tail in amusement. The squirrel zigzagged through the yard, leading Oliver to places he had never seen before. A tall tree with birds singing, a fish pond that sparkled in the sun, and even a market where people laughed and played. It was all quite exhausting, but strangely exciting. Finally, the squirrel dropped the kibble, realizing Oliver wasn't giving up. With a triumphant and tired sigh, Oliver picked up his food and slowly made his way home, flopping dramatically onto his cushion. Mrs. Thompson laughed when she saw him. "Looks like you had quite the adventure today, Oliver." Oliver yawned, too tired to disagree. Maybe adventures weren't so bad. But for now, he deserved a very, very long nap. And so he slept, until his next adventure found him. The end.